Oh boy, let's do this. First thing first, the name is the LUI. Secondly, the game is the game of bodybuilding at the very highest level, I believe that. Thirdly, what happened was robbery on a nightly, but legally so. It was a legal robbery. Big Ramy was robbed in broad daylight. Really, it was not even funny. But let's geek out about it and see what happened in much details. So we'll start off with the other guys. Actually, as I mentioned before, a lot of people did progress, specifically Bonac, you know, balls everywhere, just bubbles everywhere, and he progressed. He even beaten Sean Roden, who was second last weekend at the Miss Olympia. Go figure that out. Mr. Joshua Lenartowicz shaved his head, and wow, he was marvelous. By far the most conditioned guy today. I think he was robbed a bit also as well, was misjudged, absolutely underrated. Bubunder was himself absolutely out-muscling everybody. But at the end of it all, the two last man standing was Dexter the Blade Jackson versus an admittedly replenished and regained bigger Ramy. He brought the best shape of his life, debatably, even arguably better than that of Prague, or as he mentioned to me about 5 days ago, he told me, brag. I said, yes, bro, brag, not Prague. Bring me the brag, and brag he brought back. So dwarfing did occur, it was not even funny. Big Ramy was pretty much Dexter Jackson on anabolic chicken. Pretty much, right? Dwarfed him everywhere. I mean, the very strength of Dexter Jackson did not even show. Do you even muscle maturity? I see more details, more cuts, more roundness in the side chest of Big Ramy. And downstairs, nothing on him. You ain't got nothing on me. I'm just you, bigger, pretty much. This is the game he needs to play shamelessly. Be yourself, be bigger, leave humanity behind, be a big phone. And hell, even his calves, which were admittedly his weakest point last year, they gained. Look at them, they gained. They became almost as big as that of Dorian or the late Mike Matarazzo, right? Dexter, though, he has no calves on record. He should have been dinged for this. And let me tell you right now what was the reason because of which Big Ramy lost. So at the end of it all, supposedly the judges came to him and told him, bro, you won pretty much almost every mandatory pose in the book. The thing is, your posing was not loyal. So the posing of Dexter was more aesthetic, more beautiful, more artistic, and they gave him the win because of that edge, supposedly. But then again, this is the Arnold Classic, and Arnold, as of late, is really insistent on the artistic side of bodybuilding. Nonetheless, I'm not mad, because pose for pose, mandatory for mandatory was not even funny. I mean, Big Ramy won them shot by shot decisively. I think he was even harder than the sharp Dexter Jack. Tell you, look at the tree trunk down there, brother. This is properly displayed. The biggest quads in the business right now, just dwarfing the mere human being next to him, right? Proper. We see again another prospect coming rather strong, Mr. Dallas McCarver, but the eyes go directly to Joshua. Joshua, the most conditioned guy. In the absence of Dennis Wolf, bro, nobody competes with this guy when it comes to the paper thin skin. We got Peter Clancyr from Europe, very conditioned guy, but obviously you can notice that somehow the torso is a little bit elongated, so the proportions are not loyal, and next to this high lineup, it rather shows, right? I mean, the proportions are a little bit off in my opinion. The torso is just too long right there, and it shows from the back too. Nonetheless, the guy is very conditioned. It's definitely granity, that I can tell you. You can notice, if you have an eye in this discipline of bodybuilding, the matrix of Dallas McCarver is just there. He has everything. Christmas tree is there, details, proportions. It just needs to grow. And that requires time. There is no other way around it. I mean, Dorian, Orny Coleman, these guys peaked in their 30s, baby, please. So this guy still has plenty of time. If he does it well, he will absolutely be a force to be reckoned with in the next few years. Again, the eye goes through that koala kangaroo hybrid in the center. Conditioning is on point. I think he should have actually been ahead of Sean Roden today. That I guarantee you. So at the end of it all, the top 5 guys were this. Big Ramy is not being dwarfed by nobody this weekend. He is just the bigger. I'm here. I'm imposing my bitch of a massive structure on this lineup right now, and that he did until the end. I mean, the eye in every pose was basically drawn to him. Even his color is just better than that rather mediocre to be forgotten shape of the prejudging of the Olympia. It wasn't good. It wasn't. I spoke to him lengthily for like 45 minutes, for God's sake. And for me, it's a grueling exercise to go back to the real Arabic. I don't speak Arabic in a daily life, so for me, I need to readapt. I need to freaking re-upload the Arabic software. So we spoke lengthily, and the guy is a gentleman. And, you know, he asked me a lot of questions, you know, but whatever, my opinions and whatnot. And every time I was going back to Prague last year, bro. Go back to Prague. Prague, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And then he told me with his deep voice, you want me to go to Prague. So yes, bro, Prague. Bring Prague back. Bring Prague. And Prague, he did. That's it. And yes, last year, interesting enough, it was like a week or 2 after Miss Olympia of last year too. So he likes the week or 2 weeks after Mr. Olympia, admittedly. Sean Roden clearly off compared to last week. Next to the ever so achieving, ever so conditioned Josh Koala hybrid, it really shows. He cannot hide that. Right, from the back, what we will hopefully see in the next few years is Bonac becoming a small version of Phil Heath from the back. Because from the front, he's pretty much Phil Heath in a smaller version, shorter version, right? He needs to replicate a bubble back from the back, meaning 3D coming at you, which Mr. Olympia has done. Mr. Olympia Phil Heath, when he came into IFBB Pros, he won 2 pro shows, and then he tried to collide with the highest level like Jay Cutler, and he was smoked. He was not at the same level. He was placing like 4th, 5th. He was small. And they told him, bro, your back is not loyal. Admittedly, the back of Phil Heath, which is right now his strength, back then it was absolutely messed up, not to be saluted. So he stayed away from the top competition for about 2 years. And sure enough, he came back with a legit back. So let's hope that Bonac replicates that. When it comes to Joshua, he just needs to continue in his resemblance acquisition of Mr. Dorian Yates and break a Dorian-esque back from the back. Because from the front, his lat spread is loyal. To be honest, it's not the same case from the back. Proceed, shall we? The triceps of Boobunder, Rolly Winkler are not only world class, but they're the best ever. The best ever since Adam and Eve. I mean, forget about any era, any epoch. He has the best, biggest triceps of all time, pretty much, right? Most muscular pose. You see the very contrast between Joshua Koala and Sean Roden. Admittedly, the Koala guy from down under Australia is more conditioned, and this is probably what dinged Sean Roden, and this is why he should have, in my opinion, placed ahead of him, just like Bonac placed ahead of Sean Roden today. Sean Roden, admittedly, he has a bubble trouble, double gut bonanza today. He was soft too. He was dinged, so he was not as good as last week. As a matter of fact, even last week I had him not second, I had him 4th, right? Bonac again, as I mentioned, he just needs to be a double, resemble Phil Heath from the back. I need more 3D effect here because he has the same kind of structural weakness up there, meaning the clavicle is too narrow. These shoulders are narrow. He has no choice but to grow outwardly, create a pillow, like an abnormality like that of Phil Heath from the back. If he does it successfully, he will be an even more force to be reckoned with quite soon. Proceed, shall we? So we arrived to a conditioned and bigger Big Ramy the best of both worlds. If it's not broken, don't fix it. He was forced to do this kind of Dorian kind of pose when he was showing his famous big calf. Now this year, that body part has grown. Was it anabolic chicken? You ask me, I'll tell you. Anabolic chicken did happen. His gains were absolutely loyal during the last week. That's some secret shit they don't share with the world. That anabolic shit is for real, bro. Anabolic chicken is the real thing. Tell you what, man. I mean, that glycogen replenishment stock was absolutely loyal. Insulin was working extra hours, if you ask me. So this is it. We did not see this last year. A ridge, literally an abnormality. That outer half of the quadriceps is taking its independence from the internal side of it, from the teardrop, and it flows just wall. Even the brachialis, baby please, is clearly separated from the bicepses, and the delts, I see them harder. I see them with details, which Dexter Jack did not have today in the side chest. That I can tell you. Clear separation between the hammies, baby please, and the glutes, which he did not have merely last year. So that's a progress right there. And the chest, contrary to what we have seen when he was flat in the prejudging at the Olympia, right now it is bulgy, it is anabolic, coming at you. And his facial expression is outrageous. It is arrogant in itself. I'm imposing my massive structure on this bitch right here. You like it or not, it is what it is. Proceed, shall we? There we go. Now we arrive to Dexter Jack. He is the blade, sharp since ever. Might as well be a picture of 1970. It was this loyal, right? This is the koala. It is a testament that this guy is coming too. He's just not out of the oven, as everything is there. Everything is proper matrix. Everything is legit. And he dares to do those classical poses. Now, if we follow the logic of his progress, because this guy, if you go to his social media, to his Instagram pictures dating of 2.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago, this guy did not even lift properly. He was merely a gym rat. If you see him, even me, like luimarco, I tell you, bro, I have expertise, will you please? No, he did not look like an IFBB material merely 2.5 years ago. And then all of a sudden I have no idea where he came from, and he became this. So if he follows the same logic and the same trend, what will we see in 2 years? Proper matrix is there, that I can tell you. And he does those Superman poses. The quads are serious in this gentleman. And again, conditioning only rivaled by Dennis Wolf. Proper salute to Mr. Joshua Koala. My fellow Canadian, on the other hand, Mr. Ben Pakulski, Big Ben, or Big Pack, bro. Damn, bro. I mean, the back is just non-existent, shallow for days. To the contrary of the lower section, the downstairs section is just loyal quads. He has them for days. Some diced glutes, hammies, baby please, and those calves are loyal. You go upstairs, man, nobody's home. Upstairs, though, nobody's home, bro. Do you even robbery on it daily? Good luck, Mr. Ben. I mean, this guy is a gentleman. Hopefully he will fix it, but the back is just not there, man. This guy actually is Iranian, he's Persian. He looks like George Farah all over again. George Farah all over again. Classical Persian physique, very hard, very conditioned, very granity. Definitely reminiscent of the late Baitu Abbospor, may he rest in peace. So at the end of it all, Arnold was quite observant. He was noticing what's going on. And supposedly, they said to Big Ramy, Big, I mean, you won pretty much. Technically, you won. When it comes to the technicality of bodybuilding, raw bodybuilding, you have it. Thing is, Dexter is a better poser, and for that, the win will go to him. And to that, man, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad whatsoever. So let's see what else do we have about this content. I mean, the dwarfing was not even funny. I'll tell you that much. Dwarfing did occur. Pose for pose, mandatory for mandatory, details for details. The big Pharaoh guy, that phenom guy called Big Ramy, smoked. I mean, Dexter Jack, senseless, and he made a proper statement. So this was the video of his posing. As I mentioned, the music was absolutely oiled down in Spain, bro. Do you even flamenco? We'll try to play it still to see how it goes. So that's it. I mean, this guy is struggling to hold up poses, and I salute that. Tell you that much. Wow, what a contrast, what a difference between today and last week. This is new level. I mean, forget about Dorian when it comes to last spread. And wow, the details, big Ramy. Right now we see a potential. Hallelujah, welcome, and it's not over yet. It's not over yet. This is it. Okay, it's progress. I believe you. I believe that this guy is lifting since merely 6 years and a half or things like that. This is a new guy, a newbie. That's what's up. Look at the details on those big shoulders. He will play with those quads like nobody can. Look. Shitty me, bruh. Details at that. Look at the teardrop. Illegal. Do you even see Koya, for God's sake, the baobab tree? That's what's up. Shamelessly big. You're not medium, bruh. He told me, bro, I want to go to brag shape. Brag it is, bruh. Properly achieved. So that is what's up. We still have some other footage that the LUI want to share with you guys. So hopefully the music is not loyal. Hopefully it is oil. So this is the final posing between the two guys, and you will comprehend. Smoking and actually dwarfing did occur between this humongous giant of a male specimen human being versus a mere human next to him. Do you even gain, bruh? Properly killed. I mean, seriously, it's not even funny. I mean, a lot of specialists spoke about it. It's not even funny. I don't know who you are. Look at that. Look. Just smoked senseless. In every metric. Symmetry, details, you name it. Everything was there. For real. Wow. Wow. Just proper. This was the, I mean, do you even classic physique, or do you even physique? Really?
Your favorite, most muscular.
That's what's up. Let's do that, man. One last one. Oh, he's gonna get smoked. That is what's up. Shamelessly big Ramy. Be yourself. Properly executed. So all in for all, this is him actually with his trainer Chris Acito. What did Chris say? We're waiting for anabolic chicken to come. So anabolic chicken did occur during the last week. So proper salute to Chris. What is right is right. He did it. Arguably, this is the best shape of big Ramy that we've ever seen. I think he battered his Prague, or as he says, a brag shape. Don't be confused though. This is the right biceps here, the right side. So this is a mirrored picture, and I love this, and it's not even out of the oven as of yet. I've seen some cues reminiscent of the quads of Big Ron, for God's sake. Just proper. We cannot dare to say that the last spread is Dorian-esque, because it is just more bigger. As a matter of fact, he tried to train in the famous Nautilus pull-over machine of Dorian Yates last year at his gym in Britain, and he was not able to do it. He was just too large, did not even fit, bro. Do you even human being, bro? So that is what's up. At the end of it all, I'm not even mad. They gave the win to actually Dexter Jackson, because supposedly he had a better posing routine, better artistic side to it. So I'm not even mad. Technically right now, Big Ramy is definitely the #2 guy in the world. #2 guy in the world behind Phil Heath. Talking about Phil Heath, I chatted a bit with Phil Heath today after the result. He wrote me something. So they're going to stay confidential, because it involves some of his competition in a sense. But overall, let's say he smiled a bit. Let's say that Phil Heath smiled a bit. And he is chilling down in Mexico while keeping an interested eye to what's going on basically behind him, because he has a comfortable lead. I think he has a pillow of a comfortable lead, at least for next year. Big Ramy is coming. At what pace? It remains to be seen. When it comes to Dexter and Sean, I think this year signifies a rather clear sign of them being slowing down. and the bubble gut bonanza does not seem to be fixed, that of Dexter nor that of Sean Roden. Salute you wherever you is, and happened actually on a nightly basis this video. Don't forget to like it and tell me what you guys think about it.